Defiant Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder says don't count him out yet because a true champion knows how to bounce back. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. Yo, we working. Sign up for ESPN Plus below using my link. It does help the channel when you click on that link. It is in the description box of all of my videos. And you can also get ESPN Plus. A lot of you guys used it for the UFC 248 and got that pay-per-view. Very good card. I was very impressed with Zhang Wei Li versus Joanna. That was a crazy fight, you know, historic, instant classic type of fight. And you can get the UFC pay-per-views, or you can bundle it with Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus, all three apps for $12.99. Now let's get into it. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, ex-WBC champion of the world. He has some stuff to say. Now, I'm not going to play this entire video, but you know, Wilder, he spoke to the people and said he's basically triggering the immediate rematch clause. Very stoic and statuesque. You know, he showed emotion, but, you know, he was in a certain mood.
Hello, my people. My Bomb Squad Army. My Bomb Squad Nation. To all my loved ones around the world. I just want to let you know that I am here. Your king is here. And we ain't going nowhere, for the war has just begun. I will rise again. I am strong. I am a king. You can't take my pride. I am a warrior. I'm a king that will never give up. I'm a king that will fight to the death. And if anyone don't understand that, don't understand what it is to go to war. Don't understand what it is to fight. We will rise again. We will regain the title. I will be back. We will hold our heads up high. Your king is in great spirit. And we will rise like a phoenix from the ashes and regain the title. See you in a few months, for the war has just begun. All my love to all my people.
There you have it. You know, I decided, Wilder came back with a vengeance. He tried to tell, oh my God, I'm not finished. This is a dope photo shoot. You know, he got a commercial for it, like a promo kit. But that's a dope outfit. But let's get into the title of the video. This is Wilder after he got knocked down, you know, getting back up. And this is his message. He said, don't count me out just yet. A true champion faces adversity. It's adversity, but I'm trying to say it like Wilder. Y'all know what I'm doing. A true champion always faces adversity and comes back stronger. You know, the WBC said, keep it up. We are proud. Young Pharaoh said they cheated you. So he said he coming back, bro. Don't count him out just yet. And then he also had another message that I liked. It's him and Tyson Fury. He said, count down the days until we are back in the ring. We will rise. I'm thankful for all of the support from the Bomb Squad Nation and our newest member, Raising Cane's. They got the fried chicken. They having my back. Look at Meek Mill. Wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Like Popeye was Bennett? Meek Mill said, you know, I got like, Meek seemed like a good dude, bro. Timberland, pick it. Backward, call me master. Have you saying Tim, do it faster. Now I'm the man with the power. I get booty call 15 after every what? Shout out to Timberland. What's Waka talking about? Man, you good. Just pay attention to who laughed. Heart of a lion. Yeah, that's fact. So, damn, Ghostface. Bro, I told you Wilder is the culture. Look at Wu-Tang. You got Wu. You got Ghostface. You got young Tony Starks in this. He said, let's go, champ. Wow, Wilder got a lot of support. Listen, shout out to my dude, Kari. I think it's criminal what people have done to Deontay Wilder. I'm still going to support Deontay Wilder, even in defeat, because I like what he represents. Yeah, I like what he represents. I think he's a man of the people. I actually think he's this generation's Muhammad Ali. And I'm not talking about the way he fights or comparing and contrasting the skill sets, but, you know, more so as a person and how he responds and reacts. He's a people's champ, and he responds and reacts and moves the culture. He moves the needle forward. You know, he has his own flair, his own swag, and, you know, people are quick to write him off. They want to write him off because they never liked him. You know, a lot of people, they wanted to see this is why fighters and people got to be on the up and up at all times, especially black fighters, because black fighters, they being old media, you know, they ridicule you when you're on top. When he's knocking everyone out and undefeated and people are in awe of it, they still found things. They said, look at these legs, man. You know, look at his chicken legs. You know, he's such a tool. And, you know, they found ways to hate on him. Look, he's a skinny basketball player. And, you know, in defeat, they still find a way. You know, they still find a way. And again, I think it's look at Wilder, all black. They know he moves the culture, and that's why this was like a good victory for the racist in old media. You know, he won an Emmy, a couple Emmys, just cool stuff. You know, coming out like this with the like I said, his own swag, and you know, kind of like an African king and Wakandan king and stuff with the necklace. And that's what this really is about for a lot of people. And he believes in himself. Look at his shirt. #1 heavyweight champion of the world. Obviously, this is before he lost his WBC champion. So I can't wait. You know, I can't wait. I want to see what Wilder has in him. I think Tyson Fury's victory is overstated by some. Like, yeah, Wilder, it wasn't his night, but to me, it looked like after the second round, it wasn't Wilder's night. You know, like we've seen people get knocked out brutally. Wilder was still in there with no legs chunking him. So I would me personally, you know, obviously I'm not a trainer or anything, but I would much rather have a Wilder on my side than the opposite, because the opposite is somebody, let's say, you know, I don't even want to do a bunch of name calling, but let's say like Victor Ortiz, you know, where when the going got tough with Maidana, he checked out. I don't know, dude. I think I'm just too young to be getting beat up like this. I just got some things to think about. You know, you look at Victor Ortiz with Mayweather, how he mentally checked out when he was actually doing all right with Floyd, you know, but when things weren't going his way, then he leaps off his feet, headbutts him, and then that was a downward spiral, and then Floyd two-pieced him, you know. Deontay Wilder was in there with somebody who's bigger than him, who outweighed him, who's experienced, who, you know, has longer arms, plus the glove gate situation that still is unexplained in many facets. And, you know, he was in there in true warrior style. Ear was bleeding. I'm sure that hurt his equilibrium. You know, maybe he made some mistakes of possibly being 231 and, you know, in the suit didn't help him. It's just a culmination. It just ultimately wasn't his night. You know, it is what it is. But I think Wilder can get back to this scene. He just has to come anew. And it's going to be a lot of pressure because he's not giving himself too much time to recover. But it's all about internally, you know, how you process it. I think boxing is a lot more psychological than almost physical, in the sense of bouncing back after defeat. If you're defeated mentally and, you know, you question yourself from here on out, that's what keeps you below the surface, you know. That's what, you know, why fighters all of a sudden don't look like the same fighter. They look like a shell of their former self, or they get in there with guys and they're gun shocked, they're shell shocked and gun shy and stuff like that. But Wilder, he has things that you can't teach, you know, like heart and vicious power. So as long as he's standing and, you know, as the Lord gives him breath, then he's in any fight. So to me, it's a bit criminal how people are, you know, treating Wilder. And the thing I never understood, I understand it, but I don't, you know, from the perspective of just being a reasonable human and, you know, and fair to everybody, I don't understand it. But understanding how this world works, you know, especially with they try to emasculate the great black fighters and things like that, I can totally understand why the racists have a problem with Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. But Wilder's a good dude. He's a cool dude, family man, takes care of his kids, entertaining in the ring, outside of the ring, has his own pizzazz, flair, and he really brought a lot to the heavyweight division. So from that perspective, it's mind-boggling how people even pretend to rejoice like this, like Wilder's some crazy maniacal maniac or something that you can't get behind. So, you know, we're going to show you how this new media stuff works. I'm definitely a fan of Wilder's journey, and, you know, a lot of the greats have failed and came up short in fights. The bounce back could be greater. It's all what you make it. So I can't wait. But he's saying the comeback, don't count him out. And the benefit of that is when people counter you out, you really have lowered expectations. You have low to no expectations. You know, if someone says, "Oh, ego, you can't do this. You know, you can't complete this race." Okay. So now you already have doubts. You already don't believe in me. So, you know, all I have to do is do my part and train hard and try to prove you wrong. And I think that's what Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is going to do. He's going to try his best to rewrite history and push this into a 4-time fight, you know, a 4-way saga. And if he knocks out Tyson Fury and or beats him, then the 4th fight is going to be worth so much money, and it's going to be so hurtful to Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, because right there you have an insane storyline. You know, we haven't really seen this in several years, where we had a Pacquiao Marquez type of rivalry before your eyes, where every time they fight, it's good. You know, every time they fight, it's entertaining. And some guys just have your number, and anytime matched with those particular people, like Diego Corrales and Castillo, Mickey Ward, Gotti, Pacquiao versus Marquez, Eric Morales versus Marco Antonio Barrera, right? Some fights and styles, they just mesh well. And this, we could be on the brink of that with Wilder. All he has to do is win. If he wins, then it's absolutely everything that I'm saying. Because then there'll be no denying that they have chemistry together. Because the first fight was controversial. Some people thought he got outboxed. Wilder got outboxed. And then some people thought that there was a long count. So it really didn't end in a discerned, credible winner. The second fight, Tyson Fury, he walked Wilder down, did everything he said he was going to do in the pre-fight. And it looked like a total nightmare night for Deontay Wilder. So if he come back and then, you know, do what Lennox Lewis did to Hasim Rahman, then the 4th fight is just crazy, because how could you just end it right there? So, you know, very interesting stuff. And I love a good underdog story. I told you, I've always supported underdogs in sports, and definitely in boxing, because this is the loneliest sport in the world. When you on top, everybody on your dick. And then when you lose, then, you know, people fall off, and you gotta remind them, like Roy Jones said, one of my favorite fighters. Y'all must have forgot. Sometimes you gotta remind motherfuckers who they effing with. Let me know what you guys think. Side note, the coronavirus stuff, I don't know, you know, because they talking about no big gatherings with 250 people or more. So they may push this fight out. It was supposed to be for July 18th. I don't know what's going to happen with that, because the NBA season has been shut down and postponed for now. I've never seen that. You know, sometimes there's been NBA like lockouts and strikes and stuff. You see something like that, but that's man-made. You know, that's not like, you know, evolution made, like a virus or something that got people spooked and NBA players testing positive for viruses and This is some like contagion outbreak monkey stuff. So I don't know, because July's right around the corner and this hasn't been fully understood with the coronavirus and quarantine. So I don't know what's going to happen. You know, I'm not in charge of it. So everybody, I want everyone on my channel to be safe, you know, be cautious, minimize, I guess, being in large groups, use hand sanitizers, wash up. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And then we'll get through all of this. But I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see what happens. It's been real quiet for this, and that's a good sign. That means fighters are enjoying their life and, you know, hard training camps, relaxing. Wilder's supposed to be in Africa. He might be there right now. You know, he got to be safe too with that corona stuff. And then we're going to see, you know, but this might get pushed back. I'll keep you guys updated. Don't even worry about that. You know I got you, like Allstate. Are you in good hands? If you love what I'm doing, smash that like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. Signing off.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.